Hi, dear students. Now we'll solve a problem on design of springs, helical or coil spring. The question is like this. Design a helical compression spring to carry a load of 500 Newton with a deflection of 20 mm. The allowable shear stress in the spring material is 350 mega Newton per meter square and modulus of rigidity is 82.7 into 10 raised to 3 mega Newton per meter square. The spring index is 6. Now we have to list out the given data as per the given problem. In the problem he has given, design a helical compression spring to carry a load of 500 Newton. 500 Newton load F is equal to 500 Newton. Next he has given with a deflection of 20 mm. Deflection that is denoted by small letter y that is equal to 20 mm. The allowable shear stress in the spring material. The allowable shear stress in the spring material that is denoted by tau that is equal to 350 mega Newton per meter square or 350 Newton per mm square, and modulus of rigidity is 82.7 into 10 to the 3 mega Newton per meter square. Modulus of rigidity or rigidity modulus G is equal to 82.7 into 10 to the 3 Newton per mm square. Spring index C that is equal to 6, but we know that spring index C is equal to a ratio of mean coil diameter to the diameter of the wire, that is C is equal to capital D by D. That implies capital D mean dia of coil, capital D is equal to 6 times the D. Now here the question is asked design of spring. So various unknowns we need to find, such as wire diameter small letter d is equal to question mark, mean diameter capital D is equal to question mark, inner diameter of the spring coil capital DI is equal to question mark, outer dia of the spring coil D naught is equal to question mark, deflection y is equal to question mark, that anyhow he has given. Number of active coil I is equal to question mark, free length L naught is equal to question mark, solid length L is equal to question mark, and pitch P is equal to question mark. These are all the various unknowns we need to find. Now we'll list out the various equations that is required to solve this particular problem. In that, first one is the design of spring. So various unknowns what we have to find. Here he asked only one unknown, design of spring. It means we need to find all the dimensions that is required for the spring, such as small letter d, capital D, Di, D naught, I, L naught, L and P. Now we'll look out what the meaning of all those notations. Now first unknown, wire diameter D is equal to question mark. That can be obtained by using the equation, shear stress equation. That is equation number 11.1c, page number 169. And the equation is shear stress tau is equal to 8 FDK divided by pi into d cube, where tau is equal to shear stress, F is equal to load, capital D is equal to mean diameter of the coil, and K is equal to wall stress factor. So here capital D and small d is unknown. That will see how that can be evaluated. Now in that first unknown we have to find wall stress concentration factor K. That can be obtained by using the equation 11.2a, page number 169. By using the equation K is equal to 4C minus 1 divided by 4C minus 4 plus 0.615 divided by C. And spring index C he has given, we'll get the value K. Now we'll look at the first equation. In that F value we know, capital K will get, capital D and small d is unknown. Now that can be obtained. Anyhow D we are supposed to find, and by replacing D, capital D, as 6 times the D, that is by using the ratio or ratio of the diameter or ratio factor C, that is called as spring index. That is mean diameter of the spring coil, capital D is equal to spring index, capital C is equal to D by D, that he has given. Therefore we are getting capital D is equal to 60. We will substitute in the equation number 116, equation 11.1c, page 169. We are getting the small letter d. Later we need to substitute that d in the spring index equation. We are getting the capital D. So mean diameter and wire diameters are over. Next one is outer diameter of the spring coil di, that can be obtained by using the fundamental equation di is equal to mean diameter minus diameter of the wire, capital D minus small d. Next, outer coil diameter d naught. Outer coil diameter is d naught, that is equal to mean coil diameter d plus wire diameter, radius on both sides, that is nothing but diameter of the wire. So we are getting outer coil diameter. Next one is number of active coil I, number of turns that we have to find. Two turns supposed to be grounded. So here we are evaluating active coils that can be obtained by using the deflection equation, that is equation number 11.5a, page number 170, and that deflection equation y is equal to 8 into fd cube I divided by g into d raised to 4. Here the value of y he has given 20, and capital D, small d, f, g he has given. We'll get the value I easily. This is the required value of active number of coil. Next one is free length, L naught, that can be obtained by using equation 11.8a, page number 174, and the equation is L naught supposed to be greater than or equal to I plus 2 into d plus y plus a. This is the equation we are supposed to get. Next, solid length, L is equal to question mark, where L is equal to I plus 2 into D. This equation, hopefully in data handbook it is not there, that we have to remember. Next, last unknown is pitch. Pitch that can be obtained by using free length L naught is equal to I into P plus 2D. Here I we are getting, D we are getting L naught. So finally we are getting the last unknown, that is pitch. P is equal to. Once we are listing all the given data and equations, now it is possible to evaluate the problems very easily. Now first unknown, first heading, design of spring. In that we are supposed to find wire diameter D, that can be obtained by using equation shear stress tau is equal to 8 fdk pi d cube. Here n number of unknowns are there, we'll call that as equation number 1. Now we'll evaluate the wall stress correction factor first, k. K is equal to 4c minus 1 divided by 4c minus 4 plus 0.615 divided by c. Here spring index C is equal to 6, so we are getting K is equal to 4 into 6 minus 1 divided by 4 into 6 minus 4 plus 0.615 divided by 6. So we are getting wall stress correction factor K is equal to 1.2525. So now we are supposed to substitute this along with other values in equation number 1. We are getting shear stress tau, that is 350, that is equal to 8 into load on the spring is 500 Newton, 500 into capital D from the given data spring index C is equal to capital D by D, that is equal to 6. So capital D is equal to 6 times the D, that I have written 6 times the D, into K is equal to 1.2525 divided by pi D cube. After simplification we are getting the value wire diameter D is equal to 5.22 mm. Now what is the value wire diameter from the equation number 1 we got obtained? Diameter D is equal to 5.22. It is not final. Now we are supposed to refer the table 11.2, page number 188. So in that particular table, some standard dimensions of wire he has given for cold drawn, hardened and tempered spring and stainless steel with the normal corrosion resistance. So these are the various conditions. Generally, springs are made with the cold drawn. In that, now we'll go for the dimensions with the increment he has given. So nearest value to that 5.22 is 5.3. Next value is 5.6, like that it is there. So we'll go with the 5.3 only. So standard wire diameter D is equal to 5.3 mm. This is the wire diameter. After getting wire diameter D, that is 5.3 mm, now we must find the mean diameter of the spring coil D, that is by using spring index C is equal to capital D by D. So here we already got the value small letter d, that is wire dia. So we are getting 6 is equal to capital D by 5.3. So capital D, that is mean diameter of the spring coil capital D, that is equal to 31.8 mm. After obtaining mean diameter of the coil, now we'll evaluate the inner diameter of the spring coil Di. Di is equal to capital D minus small d. Capital D and small d are mean coil diameter and wire diameter respectively. So Di is equal to 31.8 minus 5.3. So we are getting inner diameter of the spring coil Di is equal to 26.4 5 mm. This is the required value, outer diameter of the, inner diameter of the spring coil. Yes, after getting inner coil diameter di, now we have to find outer coil diameter d naught. So outer coil diameter d naught is equal to capital D plus D. Capital D naught is equal to 31.8 plus 5.3. D naught is equal to 37.1 mm. This is the value of outer coil diameter. Soon after getting the value inner and outer coil diameter, now we'll go to evaluate the number of active coils I. That can be obtained by using deflection equation y is equal to 8 into fd cube into I divided by gd raised to 4. Now we'll substitute the value. Here deflection y is equal to 20, that is equal to 8 into force is 500 into diameter is 31.8 whole cube into I divided by 82.7 into 10 raised to 3, that is modulus of rigidity G, into 5.3 raised to 4. So we are getting number of active coil I is equal to 10.15. It's supposed to be a whole number. So that is equal to 11 coils or turns. This is the number of active coil. That is equal to 11. Soon after getting a number of active coils, sixth unknown will be free length L naught, that can be obtained by using equation L naught square, it's supposed to be greater than or equal to I plus 2 into D plus Y plus A, where A is equal to X into D into I. That is from page number 174. We'll call that as equation number 3 because in that value of X is unknown. Now to get the value X, we must refer figure 11.6, page 174. In the two of the graphs he has given, one is for value of D if it is less than 0.8, another case is greater than or equal to 0.8. But in our case, small letter d is equal to 5.3, it is greater than 0.8. So we are supposed to refer that particular curve with the d greater than or equal to 0.8 for the corresponding spring index C. For the corresponding we are getting it, which is just below 0.15. So I took x is equal to 0.14. Now we'll substitute this particular value in equation number 3. We are getting A is equal to 0.14 into 5.3 into number of active turns, that is 11. So value of A we are getting 9.646 mm. Now we are supposed to substitute this value in equation number 2. We'll get L naught is supposed to be greater than or equal to I plus 2 into D plus Y plus A, or 11 plus 2 into 5.3 plus 20 plus 9.646. So L naught either greater or equal to 98.54 mm. Either you just round up to 99 or keep as it is, that is as per our wish. Now you will evaluate the solid length of the spring. Solid length is nothing but when spring is under compression mode, when all the turns are close to each other without any clearance. So in that case, solid length that can be obtained by using a number of turns plus 2 addition turns we are supposed to add up into diameter, that is equal to L, that is I plus 2 into D, or length L is equal to 11 plus 2 into 5.3. So solid length L is equal to 68.9 mm. This is the required answer of solid length. Now the last unknown will be pitch. That pitch we have to get. To evaluate the pitch value, equation we have L naught is equal to I into P plus 2D. Here L naught, either you substitute the value as 98.54 or 99. Any value you can substitute. So by substituting the value, we are getting pitch P is equal to 6.76 mm. This completes the design of spring. Design of spring is nothing but we must evaluate small letter d, that is wire diameter, capital D, that is nothing but mean diameter of the coil, capital Di, inner die of the spring, D naught, outer diameter of the spring, free length L naught, length, solid length L, pitch P, spring index C, deflection Y, these are all. So in this particular we did entire solution.